West Ham United 2, Man United 1. Absolute fucking shit show. And you know what? Before I get to the PGML or whatever the fuck their names are and VAR, we have to just get to the players. Because the reason why we wasn't out of sight was because of each and every single one of them players who had an opportunity to score a goal. Diogo Dalot, open fucking goal. Open goal. Missed. Garnacho, 2 opportunities. Missed. Bruno, header. Missed. So we can sit here and cuss the VAR and stuff like that, which I will do because Michael Oliver is absolutely disgusting and should hand in his resignation right now. But I tell you one thing, right? What you cannot do is forget how we capitulated in that second half as well. Now, the reason why Man United have lost that game is because of missed chances and the VAR. But also, let's not act like our team didn't revert back to type. Because there's a reason why we played well for 45 minutes. And what the hell did we do in the second half? We allowed West Ham back into the game. We started losing concentration. They started getting chances. And Lopetegui made three changes at half-time. 3 changes at half-time he made. And his team had a reaction. And what did our team do? Nothing. Fucking nothing. We are 14th in the league. In isolation, we did not lose this game because of Erik ten Hag. I don't want to confuse that, right? But overall, what this team is, and the reason why it's 14th, isn't just because of today. And what we've seen so many times is us play well for a half and then not play well in the second half. So why can't we play well for 90 minutes? That is on the manager. That is on the coaching. What's been said at halftime of why they've come out, and that's happened. But again, I don't want to go too much in on Erik ten Hag today because this game is actually not for that. Because those players, each and every single one of them who have opportunities to score, were disgraceful today. Absolutely disgraceful. To not be leading that game, to not be leading the game, right, from the positions that we found ourselves in is criminal. Absolutely criminal. To miss those level of chances. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Second half, why are we not able to go forward and sustain that? Why? I tell you why, because we're a shit team. And the reason why we're a shit team is because the manager and the coaching staff and the work that's been done in the last couple of years has not been good enough. A good team would go, right, we haven't got our just dues. We haven't got the goals that we deserve. We've been really, really wasteful. But guess what? We're gonna keep playing in the same way. But no, we've got a weak mentality and we don't have a sustainable way of playing. That I do blame on what's been happening at the football club under Erik ten Hag in terms of the lack of progress we've made. That is his fault. But today, in the moment, he could have done no more. He also made the changes. Rashford stunk the place out. Ahmad comes on, doesn't do great. Xerxes comes on. To be fair, got the assist for the goal. Okay, it was off target, but it doesn't matter. He got the assist for us. But we should never have been in a position where that goal scored by Casemiro, right, was an equalizer. And the reason why it was a fucking equalizer was because, again, in the second half, the bozo gene kicks in and they start doing stupid shit. The tactics weren't right. The mentality weren't right. So they end up getting back into it. West Ham are a poor side. The sides below us, right? Have you seen the side below us? They're relegation candidates. West Ham are now above us. The sides below us are relegation candidates. It's Wolves. It's Leicester. Just behind us. Palace. Ipswich. That's it. And then Man United. So everyone who was coming at me, telling me I was negative, telling me I was toxic, where are you now? Because the reason why I'm negative and so-called toxic is because I can see the wood between the trees. I can see it. We're going nowhere. And like I said, it doesn't matter in what way, shape or form you want to dress it up. We've got 1 win in 8. Wake up and smell the coffee. There's no other way to dress this up. Oh, but we're only this amount of points off of this, or we're only this amount. Talk about the fucking points we have got and lack of. Got Chelsea next in the league at home. Look at us. Look at us. You've got players who can't finish. You've got a manager who's out of his depth. You've got results that are spiraling. Wake up. So all of this force, if you're going to try and force your positivity onto me, I'm not here for it. I'm not on it. I don't care for it. I will never be unjust. I will never be unreasonable. I will never be knee-jerk and stuff like that. But what I'm seeing is dross. It's trash. And if you can't see that, then I don't know. I don't know what else there is to say. Now, listen, you can't get robbed like that and not talk about VAR. Michael Oliver, you are disgusting. You are absolutely disgusting to get involved in that, which was never a penalty, never a clear and obvious error that's been made. And now we're going to have to sit there and hear fucking Michael Owen sit there with Howard Webb and talk about, well, Michael must have seen this, or Michael must have seen that. So what's actually happened is you know, it's this, that, and the other. Piss off, man. We don't want to hear that no more. You messed up the Bruno red card as well and had to rescind that. It's bollocks. That should never have been a penalty. We've been absolutely robbed by that being a penalty. One thing is there being a draw or something. And again, I'm blaming us more than anything because that game should never have even got to that stage. That is our fault. But what's your fault, Michael Oliver, is giving a fucking penalty to West Ham when they shouldn't have got one. That is your fault. And what's the consequence going to be for him? Is he going to be struck off the VAR? No, he's probably going to be reffing whatever the fucking biggest game is next week. That's what he's going to be doing. He's sick and tired of this shit. VAR, bollocks. What's the point in it? Ref watch. Dermot Gallagher going to sit there on Sky Sports, same thing. Bollocks. Had enough of it, mate. So we were absolutely robbed by the VAR. We were. But the whole reason we were in that position is because of ourselves. We created more than enough opportunities to put the game out of sight. Garnacho was wasteful. Dallo should hang his head in shame because he had a hand in the goal that they actually scored with Somerville sleeping at the back post and missed a fucking open goal. I hate even being like this, but it's just, I have to just let it out. I gotta let it out. I gotta let it out. It's not even me like doing all this sweat. I hate being like this. But when you see this, you have to just call it out of what I'm seeing. It's terrible, man. Bruno free header. Okay, Fabianski saved that one from Casemiro. How many chances? So that is our own fault. And the fact that we came out how we did in the second half is also our own fault. Yes, Lopetegui made 3 changes at half-time. We should have been ready. We know that West Ham aren't going to play as fucking bad as that in the first half. So why have our levels dropped? Because we're not a good team. Get your head out of the sand. If you're clinging on to that first 45 minutes like, oh, but we did do well in the 45, that's the anomaly. We never see ourselves play as good as that. The common denominator is what we did in the second half. We see that pretty much over both halves in most of our games. So get your head out of the clouds. If you're trying to hang on to that 45 minutes and doing that whole, do you know what? Actually, there's something there. There's nothing there. Don't let them little flash moments fool you because they ain't fooling me anymore. I fucking had enough of it. No, it's not. It's not. Where do we go from here? Fucking hell. What is it? Leicester, who are basically the closest team to us, really, just below us. I think they're a few points behind us. I know it's in the Carabao Cup. God knows. God knows. I'm out of it. I had enough, man. I'm gone.